Good morning and welcome back to you. If you're just joining us, it's 4:45 here on your Tuesday. We call it the dog days of summer, and boy, we're in them here. We are getting ready for a very hot week. We've got heat advisories, and here's the deal. There's not a whole lot of relief across a big part of the country. Could even be hotter this afternoon in Kansas City than it is in New Orleans. Now, our humidity is a tad worse, but overall, you can see the heat all the way up to Canada as we go through your Tuesday. Heat advisories and heat warnings all across the country. We have a heat advisory for our area today from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. It could easily feel as hot as 110 degrees, and that's about where we're going to hang out the rest of this week. So today, tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, the maximum heat index will hover around 110 degrees. That is getting into that dangerous area where you do need to be extra careful if you have to do outdoor work. Try to either do it in the morning or in the evening when it's not as bad, but even in the morning hours, it can feel like the 90s, so you don't get a whole lot of relief during the overnight hours. Please be careful. Rain's going to be hard to find, and yes, without rain, it's just going to be hotter, mid-90s, 20% chance. Now, I do think we'll see a couple storms pop this afternoon, but they're going to be very, very isolated, so most don't see anything. A couple showers this morning down here in Lower Terrebonne. If you're watching us down around Chauvin or Montague, a couple showers around. They're not going to amount to a whole lot. Over the lake, we got a little sprinkle trying to pop, but other than that, don't expect much in the way of rain the rest of the work week. This weekend, rain chances are going to try to increase slightly. It's not a washout Saturday or Sunday, but a slightly higher chance for some thunderstorms both Saturday and Sunday. Out in the tropics, still nothing imminent. In the red zone here, we're not tracking anything. I'd just like to remind you, we break it down by zone. The tropical feature we're watching is now getting into the yellow area here, which means you're keeping a closer eye on it. And as it continues to travel closer and closer to the U.S., of course, we'll keep an even closer eye on it. Now, right now, there's not much to this thing. You can see satellites showing really not even any thunderstorms, but you can see a broad kind of spin in here. It just shows you how big of a tropical disturbance or tropical wave this is. Now, the bigger they are, oftentimes the slower they come together. They are also trickier to forecast because they're so big, it's trying to figure out, well, where in the world is this thing going to try to organize? So the movement's still going to be northwest. I think the highest chance of becoming a depression or maybe a tropical storm will be by this weekend, somewhere near the Bahamas, maybe South Florida, or as far south as Cuba. So there's still some uncertainty on here exactly how this plays out. It's going to continue to ride around our Bermuda high this week. Doesn't do anything for the next couple of days. And then by the time we get into this weekend, this is when it'll have that chance to organize some. Now, if we can get it in here near the Bahamas quick enough and far enough to the north, it's going to feel the weakness thanks to this trough, and it's going to turn up the east coast. There are some scenarios, if it's weaker, if it's a little slower to travel, this ridge is going to start to build back in, and there are some models that try to get a little bit further into the eastern Gulf. Either way, concern level's still low. We got plenty of time to track it, but it just shows you there's still some uncertainty here, although a lot of the guidance has been trending more up the east coast. We'll see. That's just what you kind of have to do when these things aren't organized. You just got to sit back and see how they come together before you have a really good idea on the final outcome. So for now, we're just looking at heat and humidity. It'll be in the mid-90s. We'll have temperatures feeling like 110. Rain chances are going to be hard to find this week, but the rain chances do trend slightly higher.